Hello and welcome, beautiful soul. You know, most people go through life without fully understanding the spiritual energy surrounding them. But you, my friend, have been chosen to experience something truly extraordinary. Have you noticed that you're waking up consistently between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m.? If you're here, you're meant to be here. And trust me, it's no coincidence. You are part of a spiritual awakening that is far greater than you may realize. In this video, we'll explore why you wake up during this unique time, known as the hour of divine visitation, and I'll guide you through the 3 crucial practices you must follow each time it happens. These moments are a gift and a calling to realign with God's plan and step into your purpose as a chosen one. Stay with me. You won't want to miss the insights that could transform your spiritual journey and help you harness the power that exists within these sacred hours. Why you are waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. Now, before we dive into the 3 things you should do when waking up during these hours, let's talk about why this happens. You're not waking up randomly because you're restless. This is something far more profound. You're waking up during these hours because you are chosen. Yes, you heard me right. You are chosen. This isn't just a natural occurrence. It's a supernatural event orchestrated for a purpose. Your spirit is more attuned to God's timing than you may think. In spiritual circles, the time between 3 and 5 a.m. is often referred to as the last watch of the night, also called the hour of divine visitation. This is a time of deep spiritual encounters, where revelations, dreams, and visitations from God can occur. It is believed that even Jacob wrestled with the angel of the Lord during these hours, and his life and the lives of generations after him were changed because of that single encounter. Genesis chapter 32, verses 24 to 26. The hour between 3 and 5 a.m. is also the darkest part of the night. It is during this time that both divine blessings and spiritual battles are at their peak. The enemy operates under the cover of darkness, often releasing forces meant to derail the chosen. But here's the key. The chosen ones are called during these hours to stand guard, to pray, and to intercede. Not only for themselves, but for their families, loved ones, and even for future generations. So why are you waking up? Because your spirit is attuned to this calling. It knows that there's work to be done. You, my friend, are waking up because you are on duty. You are a spiritual gatekeeper, a watchman. The role of a watchman. As a watchman, your role is not to be taken lightly. The Bible tells us in Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 6, that if a watchman sees danger but does not sound the alarm, the responsibility falls on them. God holds watchmen accountable for the spiritual well-being of those they are entrusted to protect. This means that your actions during this sacred time matter more than you might think. What you do between 3 and 5 a.m. could affect not only your spiritual life, but also the lives of those connected to you. As a chosen one, God has assigned you with the task of watching over others, protecting them from spiritual harm, and helping them walk in the light of His truth. If this resonates with you, let me now take you through the 3 things you must do when you wake up during these hours. These practices will not only strengthen your spiritual connection, but will also equip you to carry out the divine assignment that has been placed on your life. 1. Remember your last dream. The first thing you should do when you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. is to remember your last dream. Why? Because God often speaks to us through dreams. According to Job chapter 33, verses 14 to 16, God speaks in visions of the night and seals instructions into our spirits while we sleep. Dreams are a powerful way that God communicates with us. When you wake up during this watch, you've likely been given divine instructions for the day ahead, or perhaps even for the weeks, months, or years to come. Ignoring your dreams could mean ignoring the very guidance God is giving you. Now, I know some of you might say, "But I don't understand my dreams," or "I can't remember them clearly." That's okay. Not all dreams are meant to be obvious. Some are symbolic and require spiritual interpretation. This is why it's important to study and understand the meaning behind dreams, especially when they involve recurring symbols like animals, colors, or numbers. Take time to reflect on your dreams and ask God for clarity. Trust that He will reveal what you need to know. When you wake up, try to recall what your last dream was. Meditate on it, pray over it, and ask God to reveal its meaning. Your dream could hold the key to what you should be praying for in the coming hours. If you fail to recognize the importance of your dream, you might end up praying for the wrong things. You could be praying for your finances when God is trying to warn you about an attack on your health. Or you could be praying for a relationship when what's really under attack is your spiritual life. So, always seek to understand the dream first before jumping into prayer. 2. Meditate. The second thing you should do when waking up during this sacred time is to meditate. If you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. and can't remember your dream, don't worry. There is still something powerful you can do. Take a moment to meditate. Don't force yourself back to sleep. You were chosen to be awake during this time for a reason. Your spirit is more active during these hours, and it's an opportunity for you to connect with God in a deeper way. When we talk about meditation, many people misunderstand it as a passive act. But true meditation is about pondering, reflecting, and allowing your spirit to retrieve divine information that has been placed inside of you. You see, God often places insights and revelations into our spirits ahead of time, sometimes weeks, months, or even years in advance. As you meditate, your spirit retrieves these insights and brings them to your conscious mind. You may start to sense things, hear things, or perceive things that no one told you about. It's called inward knowledge, and it comes from being connected to the divine. The Apostle Paul spoke about this when he said in Acts chapter 27, verse 10, "I perceive that this voyage will end in disaster." Paul didn't have a dream, nor did an angel appear to him. He simply perceived it in his spirit, and this perception saved lives. Every chosen one has this ability, the intuition to know things before they happen without anyone having to tell them. This is the power of spiritual meditation. 3. Pray with purpose. Finally, the third and most critical thing to do when you wake up during these hours is to pray with purpose. You've remembered your dream. You've meditated on the spiritual insights God has given you, and now it's time to pray. But here's the key. You must pray with intention and purpose. Many people fall into the trap of praying aimlessly, without understanding what they're praying for. This leads to frustration and a sense of disconnection from God. However, when you pray after receiving guidance from your dream or meditating on what your spirit has revealed, you are praying from a place of victory. You are not shooting in the dark, hoping your prayers will land on the right issue. Instead, you are directly addressing the areas where God has shown you there is a need. Your prayers during this time are incredibly powerful. They can break strongholds, protect your family, and even alter the course of events in your life. As a watchman, you are not just praying for yourself. You are standing in the gap for others, for your community, and even for future generations. Your prayers can shape destinies. So, when you wake up, don't just pray out of routine. Pray with purpose. Ask God what He wants you to focus on, and trust that He will guide your prayers in the right direction. So, if you've been waking up between 3 and 5 a.m., I want you to remember this. You are chosen. This is not a coincidence, and it's certainly not something to ignore. These hours are sacred. They are a gift from God, a calling to connect with Him, to receive divine revelation, and to fulfill your role as a watchman. Thank you for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And to continue your amazing journey, watch one of the videos showing on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.